Greetings, it's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to Friday, which means it's live album ranking on a very misty morning. I'm not going to burst into Kate Bush, you're alright, but it's quite misty out there. But it's got some lovely autumn colours. The leaves on the trees are that lovely golden yellow. It's really pretty out there, even though it's misty. Anyway, today, as I said, is live album ranking day, and today we're going to look at a British rock band called Cats in Space. Now these are a great little sort of soft rock, adult AOR rock, and they were formed in Horsham in West Sussex in 2015 by Greg Hart on guitars and drummer Stevie Bacon. Then Paul Manzi joined Andy Stewart, Jeff Brown and Dean Howard. Paul Manzi left the band and because he went off and joined Arena, and Mark Pascal came in. After the band parted ways, Pascal then he was replaced by Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds show vocalist Damien Edwards. So they've had one or two singers. They've only released 2 live albums, but they are excellent. They've got a great catalogue of studio albums, which we have covered, but they have got some great albums. So let's have a look at these 2 live albums. So coming in at number 2 from 2018, it's called Cats Alive, and it was recorded at the Cardiff Motorpoint Arena on the 24th of March 2017. So on bass and vocals, Jeff Brown, Stevie Bacon on the drums, guitars and vocals, Dean Howard, Greg Hart, lead vocals, Paul Manzi, pianos, Andy Stewart. Now a lot of these tracks come off the album Too Many Gods, and so the opening track is the title track, Too Many Gods. It's a great track, and the guitar work on here from Dean and Greg is wonderful. It's lovely, intricate play, some gentle sort of drumming in there as well, and Paul Manzi is a great vocalist. I like that. Staying with that Too Many Gods album, we've got Only in Vegas, another good track. These certainly sound a lot better live. They are a very good live band. Then we have Last Man Standing, another excellent track. Then we go to a great album, Scarecrow, for the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. One of my favourite tracks on that album. It is so good. The music is fantastic. It's a fine track. Back to the Too Many Gods album for Mr. Heartache, another good solid track. Then another fantastic song off that album, The Greatest Story Never Told. Wonderful performance by Paul on the vocals. And the last track is 5 Minute Celebrity from Too Many Gods. Okay, there's lots of songs off Too Many Gods, but they are very good. You near enough get the whole album live. I think my only criticism is that it's only a single album. I think they could have done... It should have been a double album in my books, but it's still fantastically good. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. But the number one is the one that they released this year, and it's called Fires in the Night, and it was recorded on the Kickstart the Sun tour. And on here we've got Damien Edwards lead vocals and backing vocals, Greg Hart on guitars, we've got Stevie Bacon on drums, Dean Howard on guitars, Jeff Brown on the bass, Andy Stewart on the piano, and then Mick Wilson does a few bits as well. So this starts off with like the King of Stars, which is like an intro, and that goes into the title track, Kickstart the Sun, which is absolutely a brilliant track, one of my favourite tracks off the album. Staying with that album, there's quite a lot from this album, of course. Teenage Millionaires, Goodbye to the American Dream, very good tracks, even better live. And the Big Balloon from Kickstart and Hero, 1,000 Miles and 51 Pillow Bed, Witch and Poke the Witch, which are all fantastic songs, really played well live. And then we have Bootleg Bonderos, just to finish off the Kick the Start stuff. Then we go to the Too Many Gods album. They do Too Many Gods, which is wonderful. Then we go to Time Bomb from Scarecrow, which is a fantastic song and really sounds good live. Then we go to the Atlantis album, which is one of my favourite albums. Marionettes, one of my favourite tracks by Cats in Space, and the title track Atlantis is sublime. Some wonderful guitar work on that. Then we go to the Day Trip to Narnia for Johnny Rocket, which is absolutely brilliant, and Thunder in the Night, two of the best tracks off that album. Back to Scarecrow for the brilliant and probably the best version of Mad Hatter's Tea Party. I think Damien sings that brilliantly, as good as Paul. It is fantastic. Back to the Day Trip to Narnia for a bit of Hologram Man, another excellent track. And they've finished the show with a brilliant version of I Fell Out of Love with Rock and Roll. Fantastic version of that. Damien has singing some of these older songs very, very well. He's got a great voice. And this is a really good live album. There's bits from their career. The wonderful playing of this band. They don't get enough recognition, this band. They are a fantastic bunch of musicians. If you like Arena and things like FM and things like that, you'll like these. Go and check them out. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 8.5. Only two, but they are really, really good. I think there's a few sort of radio broadcasts of the odd unofficial album out there somewhere, so go and check this band out. Okay, coming up next is a new album review, and it's from a band with their first ever album. Now this band was pointed out to me by Dave, who said there's a new band coming out. They're releasing their first album in September. I think we should check it out, and I did. It was different, but we'll talk about that later. So we're going to look at their new album, which is called Devoured by the Mouth of Hell, and the band are called Harriet. So join me for that later. Bye for now.